Autumn has come to upstate New York, and we find ourselves at New Era Field in Orchard Park. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the Miami Dolphins. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Come on now, let's go! Right 20! 41 Hey, color! Watch it!
Fitzpatrick now to throw on first down. This is caught by Antonio Brown. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now the second year back from LSU, it's Darius Geis. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Darius Geis, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost. Him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. This is the 3rd-round pick out of FAU, Devin Singletary. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Nice play there to force incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up the score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff, Geis going right. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 50-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From midfield, here's Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Raekwon McMillan. He brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
55 is my guy, 55. Don't get nervous.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Charles Harris able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check 13. Check 13. Strong. 41 Mike. I want that. Give me that.
On 1st down, this is Geis. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the 1st quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Fitzpatrick now. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Now, remember, this is the #1 defense. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
It's just me.
Back to it after the pick 6. Fitzpatrick. Throwing right, and that's complete. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11. Fitzpatrick with a completion there, and of course he's a journeyman, but the people in Buffalo know him because one of his stops on his journey was here as a starter for the Bills from 2009 to 2012. Buffalo was 20-33 in those starts before he would ship off to Tennessee in 2013. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Play action now. Fitzpatrick. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Jerry Hughes in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So now after the sack, 3rd and long, and Fitzpatrick and company a little work to do. 3rd and long for Ryan Fitzpatrick. And the throw there going to be incomplete. On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. Isaiah McKenzie is back deep for the Bills. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 7-7, our score after 1. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Allen now looks to throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Milano coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. It's Geis on the counter. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up 1st downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
It's a gain of 21 yards. That's good for the Bills. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Five wide. Tighten up. 80 weapon. Pass.
Down Allen now on first down. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
At the 31-yard line.
They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7.
Go, go.
Throwing now is Allen. Steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. That's a prime example of how Josh Allen can hurt a defense. You remember back to his rookie season a year ago, 631 rushing yards, second only to Lamar Jackson. Also had 8 rushing touchdowns. He is a dual-threat QB. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Allen's throw is complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. Yeldon was always reliable out of the backfield for Blake Bortles, and now he has a chance to help out another young quarterback in the same way in Josh Allen. But you look at the numbers a season ago, 55 catches, almost 500 yards, very sure hands for a running back. They'll run on first down with Singletary. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hey, Zoo. You must be dreaming. Mike 52, Mike 52.
From the 31, Allen. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Following the interception here, Fitzpatrick. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play there for the Dolphins. 56 yards.
First down, Dolphins.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Play fake. It's Fitzpatrick. And Brown's got it for a Miami touchdown. Antonio Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of six.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Jerry Hughes, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Hey, Haywood. Let's go.
Fitzpatrick. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So now after the sack, 3rd and long, and Fitzpatrick and company a little work to do. Throwing on 3rd and long. Fitzpatrick, and the pressure gets to him again. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
The Bills take over.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Allen now throwing again. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
All day, baby, all day. We coming all day. Get ready.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Allen. He's got a man, complete. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Exit. Go.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. He's going to go deep for Beasley. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 21.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Allen's throw into the hands of Brown, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Down 80. 52's the mic. Let's go, baby. Turn over. Get that ball. Get that ball. Check. Middle.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gore. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be fourth down. So off goes Allen, and on comes Stephen Hauschka for the Buffalo field goal. And he pulled it. Oh, my goodness. It's no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On play action, Fitzpatrick. Incomplete. This is Albert Wilson. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Short throw, pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Hauschka adds the extra point. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And we are tied. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
but they can't afford.
He's going to go. Albert Wilson. He's at the 30. 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. 82 yards as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen. Got a man. It's Brown. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Allen now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Allen finding Knox there, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups.
A.J. Green! And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A.J. Green, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Hauschka with the extra point, and we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. A marker down. He does get it up past the 25. Will it hold? Let's see. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
The face mask moves him all the way out past the 40 now for first down. Fitzpatrick to throw it. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. 23 yards, the final tally.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now a give. Right side, it's Geis. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Again they run. Again it's Geis. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
40. Mike, 49. Here we go. Jim. Regular. Jim, go Jim. Mike, 49.
Fitzpatrick on 3rd and 2. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the three.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Second and 6 at the 29-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Allen going to throw. He's going to go deep for Beasley. And that's caught inside the 30. Down to the 29. A big play here for the Bills. 42 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Christian Wilkins forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
Hey, wahoo!
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And an alley to run. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Able to pick up a dozen yards there on the scramble, but not enough. 4th down.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you. And in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And after the field goal llast time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case,
rush coming, and he's taken down. Lorenzo Alexander able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Geis. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. The defense did their job. 4th quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at them from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Devin Singletary, an 80-yard touchdown. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Hauschka adds the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm.
He's going to go, Albert Wilson. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Albert Wilson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
At the 26-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Even. 4 down.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he finds Beasley complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Beasley signed with the Bills in March just before his 30th birthday after 7 years with the Cowboys, hoping that he can be a very valuable slot receiver in Buffalo. Just under 700 yards last year and 3 touchdowns in Dallas. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
52 is the mic right here.
From the gun, it's Allen. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
We're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, box drop.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
Hey, 25 to Mike. We go 25 to Mike all day. Hey, bravo. We go 25 to Mike. Come on, dude.
Allen to throw. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. With it is Brown. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 41-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Too little, under 10. 10. Regular. Hey, Delta.
Fitzpatrick. Dancing to his, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Lorenzo Alexander in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll look to throw. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And Wilson has it. 2 big plays in succession, and the Dolphins on the move.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. You've got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Fitzpatrick to throw. He's got his running back, Darius Geis. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Here's Geis. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. So no gain on the play. They'll decline the penalty to not give them the down back.
And were you thinking to yourself that maybe they would take the yardage there?
Yeah,
because
possibly.
I definitely was. But as you noted, maybe they're just looking at the downs chart and saying, okay, we're comfortable where we are.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Third down, here's Geis. And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Sanders' kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. 1, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. John Brown with 5 seconds left. And the Bills have retaken the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Hauschka with the extra. Barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have time here, partner, for just 1 final heave.
And I have to look at from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still